This week, investigators in Mexico are in the early stages of identifying dozens of human remains discovered in a mass grave outside of Rocky Point, a popular tourist destination for Arizonans. The findings have made headlines across Mexico and Arizona. KJZZ Radio's Murphy Woodhouse has followed the developments and shared with us his reporting via Skype from Hermosillo, Sonora.
42 bodies have been confirmed found, and all but 2 of those bodies were fully skeletonized. Almost all of them were also likely male, according to state authorities, and I think it is worth pointing out that figure of 42 is larger than the 38 found outside of Ciudad Obregón earlier this year. And at the time, a high-ranking law enforcement official with the state attorney's office told me that was at that time the largest such discovery he had any knowledge of. So this has now exceeded that.
What can you tell me about the group that's doing the searching?
So this specific group, the Madres Buscadores de Sonora, or the Searching Mothers of Sonora, it's one of quite a number of similar groups that have sprung up in the state in recent years. They are largely composed of people who have missing loved ones. In the case of Cece Patricia Flores, who's the leader of that particular group, she is looking for her 2 sons. And she's actually from Hermosillo, but had gone to Puerto Peñasco, or Rocky Point, as it's known in Arizona, to set up sort of a satellite or affiliate group there to get searching going in that area. And I think it's also important to point out that many group leaders are women, and many members are women, and these are often women-led. And who they're searching for are the over 2,000 people in Sonora who are missing officially, according to federal data, as of late 2018, and that figure for the whole country of Mexico is over 40,000.
Rocky Point is a tourism hotspot for many people, especially from the state of Arizona. How does the Mexican government handle the optics of things? I mean, this can't paint a positive picture for that community.
Yeah, this is terrible news for Rocky Point, which, as you rightly point out, is extremely dependent on tourism, especially from folks from Arizona and elsewhere in the United States. I guess it is probably worth pointing out, and I don't mean to undercut the gravity of the discovery, but given that all but 2 were fully skeletonized, we actually cannot say how long ago these crimes occurred, what the circumstances were. So it's very difficult to use this to say anything specifically about whether violent crime is increasing or decreasing or anything like that in Rocky Point. I think it's further worth pointing out that according to federal data, for Rocky Point is actually one of the less violent major cities in Sonora. But at the same time, you can certainly understand or appreciate why someone might read about this and maybe have some second thoughts about their trip to Rocky Point.
As you continue to collect information, what's next in the investigative stage, but also the closure for these families? Yeah,
so state authorities will be heading up the identification effort, and they will be assisted by a forensic anthropologist that's been sent by the federal government, specifically the National Searching Commission. And authorities had asked those with missing people in and around Puerto Peñasco to make, an official report of the missing person, but then also to provide a DNA sample to further aid the identification. And then I'm glad you brought that up regarding kind of what this all means for the families tied to these bodies. So while this is very bad news for Rocky Point and very sad news, generally there could in fact be some relief for a great many people. And we're talking about 42 people, all of whom had close friends and family.
So very sad for all these families involved, Murphy. And it wasn't so long ago that Juarez was in the spotlight. How does the Mexican government treat this case, given that it is getting a reputation for a dangerous and violent place, given the sheer number of missing and murdered people in that country?
The picture being broadcast to the greater world of Mexico is certainly one of some very challenging security situations. But at the same time, I do think that a lot of the nuance of the situation is lost in that. And in the case of Rocky Point specifically, again, while this is an extraordinarily large and tragic event, the actual rates of murder in that community, actually compared to the rest of Sonora, is relatively low. And again, there are other parts of Sonora that are experiencing much higher levels of violence and much more theatrical and violence than Puerto Peñasco.